Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, December 19th, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. To those that are celebrating, a very happy Hanukkah. And to those that celebrate Christmas that are not prepared yet, get on the stick. Only 5 more shopping days. Gifts, cash can be sent to P.O. Box 4875, Annapolis 21403. Just kidding. All right, enough of the silliness. It is Monday, and we do have a lot of news to catch up on, so shall we? I expect to have a little bit more on this a little bit later on in the morning, so please check back with eyeonannapolis.net. But last night, shortly after 8 p.m., the Anne Arundel County Fire Department was called to an apartment fire in the 8,000 block of Green Orchard Road in Glen Burnie. And we do know that there was at least one fatality. This would be the county's 8th fire fatality this year. Again, more details in just a bit. 2 serious crashes have left 1 man dead and a woman and 2 children clinging to life. On Thursday night, a Honda was westbound on Route 100 near 97 and lost control. A Toyota swerved to avoid that crash and crashed into a barrier. A Ford pickup truck stopped to assist along with an unknown vehicle, and a second Honda struck the pickup truck. A passenger in the unknown car got out to render aid, which was struck by the second Honda as well. The driver of the initial crash, the Honda, a 23-year-old man from Severn, was declared dead at the scene, and all of the others were treated for minor injuries at local hospitals. On Saturday at 8:20 p.m., a Nissan was traveling westbound on Mount Zion Marlborough Road in Lothian when an opposing Toyota RAV4 crossed the center line at a high rate of speed and hit them head-on. And a Honda that was traveling in the same direction as the Nissan couldn't stop and ended up crashing into the rear of them. The occupants of the Nissan, a woman, 47, and 2 children, 15 and 9, all of Lothian, were flown to trauma centers with life-threatening injuries. The driver of the Toyota who crossed the center line was found to be under the influence and was arrested and charged accordingly. All right, let's move on to some better news. If you work for the state of Maryland, the governor has given you an extra paid holiday. Governor Hogan has declared Friday, December 23rd, a paid state holiday. And because we like to follow on the governor's coattails all the time, we're going to take Friday off too. And you know what? We're going to take it a step further, and we're going to take off Monday the 26th as well. So don't expect a DNB on those 2 days. If you're stumped for a holiday gift, how about some music? The Annapolis Symphony Orchestra is having a flash sale now through the 31st. Save 30% off of up to 8 tickets at any or all of their spring shows at Maryland Hall. You want to go to AnnapolisSymphony.org and use the code GIVEMUSIC. That's all caps and all one word when you're checking out, and you'll save 30%. And they have some great performances coming up. Speaking of music, tomorrow is Ticket Tuesday with Ram's Head on stage, but I'll tell you, they just released the best list of upcoming shows I have seen. Of course, that's subjective, but, listen to this. Crash Test Dummies, Robert Cray Band, Al Stewart, and yes, in Vietnam, it is the year of the cat, Cowboy Mouth, and Marcus Miller. Just fair warning to all of you, if they are dumb enough to give me tickets to any of those shows, I'm keeping them for myself. Hey, as you know, Ann Alsina is here with your Monday Money Report because, well, it's Monday. Last week, we were looking for 4 people for some personal financial advice, and we do have 2 already. So if you are interested, listen up. If selected, you're going to receive an initial financial planning consult and walk away with an actionable plan. And then you're going to get up to 12 months of personal coaching from Ann at no cost or obligation to you. The catch? We're going to spotlight you and your situation anonymously at eyeonannapolis.net with a few how it started, how's it going articles. Interested? Send me an email, info@eyeonannapolis.net, and we can go from there. Again, we're looking for 4 different situations: married, single, young, old, well-off, struggling, kids, no kids. You get the idea. Send me an email, and maybe we'll get you in. Just a reminder that we published a list of 37 ideas for your holiday shopping, all with locally owned businesses. That list is pinned to the front page of eyeonannapolis.net for you, so you want to go there and check that out. And if you do have any more suggestions to add to the list, Let me know. I'll be more than happy to add them. I do hope you caught the local business spotlight with Trisha, the gluten-free bakery girl, and do try her stuff out. And you can get it all over the place locally. We listed a whole bunch of them in that podcast. Up next Saturday, we're going to have Donna Anderson, the executive director of the Chesapeake Arts Center up in Brooklyn Park. All right, that is a wrap. Thank you first and foremost, and also a quick thank you to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief, Solar Energy Services, Scout & Molly's, and Alpha Engineering. So now you need to hang tight because we have Ann Alsina here with your Monday Money Report. And remember to get to me if you want to participate in some free financial advice. But as always, we have George Young from DCMDVA Weather here with the only locally forecast weather report you're going to find. All that coming up in just a bit, so hang around.
Hi, I'm Betsy Abraham. My mom and I own and operate Scout Molly's, this amazing little boutique at the Annapolis Town Center, and we're here to help. Whether you are shopping for the beautiful ladies on your holiday list or for yourself, we have something stunning for every occasion, from casual to black tie. From the Parade of Lights to New Year's Eve, we have the perfect outfit for every event this year. Scout Molly's, Annapolis Town Center. Thank you for shopping local.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, December 19th. Kind of a chilly weekend for the Annapolis region, and it'll stay seasonably cold through Wednesday before a storm brings rain Thursday and Friday ahead of a very cold Christmas weekend. Look for sunshine and breezy highs today around 40 degrees with more sun and low to mid-40s for highs tomorrow and Wednesday. Then a storm will move to the west of the region, which will draw warmer air up from the south, bringing highs in the upper 40s to maybe lower 50s Thursday and Friday, along with rain each day before the storm pulls away to the northeast. And behind it will be truly Arctic air coming in to Anne Arundel County late Friday on strong northwest winds, gusting over 40 miles per hour at times, causing temps to drop quickly and sharply from around 50 degrees Friday afternoon to around 13 to 18 degrees by Saturday morning, with highs Saturday and Sunday, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, only around 30 degrees each day, 4 p.m. highs. So plan accordingly, because while we won't get any snow out of this storm, sorry snow lovers, winter will show up in a big way for the weekend ahead. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And as always, be sure to download our DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google App Stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing, it can be confusing. Ann Alsina, a financial planner from CovingtonAlsina, has been helping people make sense of it all for over 17 years. Are you ready? Now here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Ann Alsina of CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. Last week, the Federal Reserve did exactly what was expected and raised interest rates by 0.5%. Given that this was expected, what happened to the market? The S&P was down over 2% last week. Fed Chair Jerome Powell's comments when announcing the rate increase indicated that the Fed's target interest rate is 5.1%, which is higher than expected. Investors are worried a recession is coming. Another worry is the tax bill that's coming for many investors. When the manager of a mutual fund buys or sells a stock or bond, a gain or loss is generated. These accumulate throughout the year and are paid to everyone holding the fund on the record date, usually around mid-December. In down years, as people get scared and sell, the funds incur large capital gains, and those are paid out to everyone who has stayed invested. You can see a big drop in the value of your funds and have a large capital gain that you need to pay taxes on. That gain does add to your cost basis, so you won't pay taxes on that amount when you eventually sell the fund. But it does seem like adding insult to injury to get a tax bill when the market's down. You may also see a drop in the net asset value, or NAV, of your mutual funds. When those gains are distributed, the value of the shares drops by the amount of the gain in each share. Most investors automatically reinvest their dividends, so you'll purchase more shares at the reduced rate. Sounds crazy, but this distribution works in your favor. Just don't be alarmed if you see the share price drop due to the distribution. If you're worried about the tax bill, you still have time to harvest losses or sell investments that have lost money to realize the loss for tax purposes. While this should ideally be done throughout the year, now is a good time to make these trades. You can buy something else or hold the cash for 31 days and repurchase the same investment. Talk with your advisor or CPA about this prior to year end. Your action item this week is to evaluate your retirement plan contributions for next year. The maximum contribution limits have increased for IRAs and employer-sponsored plans like 401ks and TSP. If you're turning 50, you have a higher contribution limit, the catch-up contribution. Now is the time to adjust automatic contributions to take advantage of these higher limits. And while you're at it, especially if you received a raise at year end, send a bit more from each paycheck to your savings account to build your emergency fund. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and check out our website at CovingtonAlsina.com. Investment advice offered through Great Valley Advisor Group, a registered investment advisor. All performance references historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged, may not be invested into directly. The opinions voiced in the show are for general information only and are not to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which strategies or investments may be appropriate for you, contact the appropriate qualified professional prior to making a decision. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Ann Alsina with CovingtonAlsina.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.